What's up, and welcome to the Arthur Moats Experience. I'm Arthur Moats, and you know what time it is. And I know the schedule says 4 o'clock. But hey, man, sudden change. Sudden change, man. Like I said, man, your boy has to get off a little bit early today, man. Little man, primetime baseball action, all right? So I can't miss, I can't be late. But at the same time, we got content that needs to be dropped. So, of course, we just had to bump it up a little bit early for the condensed show today, but a fun one nonetheless, because we know at 4:30 p.m. we will be joined by Steelers punter number 10, Corliss Waitman. Super excited to have our conversation with him today. Like I said, he will be calling in. No video this time, but he will call in. So I'm super excited about that, man. We'll get a chance to really, get a chance to see how he's felt about the start of the season. More importantly, the punting competition that he was a part of that a lot of us wanted to know about. We were talking about it. But more importantly, man, Corliss has a lot of cool, just information around him and his journey to the NFL and some cool side mission stuff that he was knocking out also. So like I said, man, we'll get a chance to talk to him about all of that stuff around 4:30 p.m. All right. Like I said, man, I did want to start a little bit early just so I can jive a little bit, get some of this type of, housekeeping stuff out. And then we get to the two topics that I have prior to the Corliss Waitman interview. All right. Next up, we know that turns out today, man, I'm going to do my picks of the week, man. Your boy had a good week, guys. So you're not going to talk about lots. And some of these college quarterbacks, man, which ones we might, have eyes on this weekend, man, just because of certain matchups and things like that. So, like I said, man, definitely excited about that as well. But a lot of content has been dropping on the channel, as we always do. You know how we do. It's a full fueled, well-oiled machine. We just keep chugging along, man, one day at a time. But in terms of the new content, we know last night, man, not last night, yesterday afternoon, me and Tanisha, actually, when I was doing the regular Wednesday stream, we also had Tanisha join in for Victory Formation when we did our game preview for the Patriots game. So we won't be doing the preview today. That's what we did it yesterday. I'll probably have those clips to you later tonight / early tomorrow as well. All right. But on top of that, man, we got Mark Bergen. He just dropped his game preview for the Patriots matchup. So definitely tap in with his content, man. My dude's been killing it, man, since he's been joining the squad and everything like that. And yeah, man, super excited, man, whenever he drops, whenever we get a chance to, be on together as well, man. So shout out to Mark Bergen. Let's see. In terms of other content, we just released the Ryan Mundy live from Acrisure Stadium interview. The members, shout out to the upper room. You guys did have early access to that for, I think it was about a day, 2 days prior to everybody else, man. So shout out to you guys, man, for the super support. And like I said, man, I'm being more intentional with my members. All right, making sure I'm showing you all love. So appreciate you from the heart. All right. And then after that, we also have the YA Black interview that was last Thursday. Steelers 5th round rookie out of Iowa, man, has been playing a lot early on in the season, man. Super excited about what he's been doing. But it was fun to have our conversation with him. And then last, but certainly not least, we just dropped 2 versions of the Master Moats film session. We have the 2-play condensed version for the general public, Gen Pop, right? And then we have the extended version, man, with all of the extra eats and treats on it for the upper room members. All right. So shout out to the members, man. Make sure you guys are taking advantage of that, as well as for the lower room, as my man Steelers Road Warrior likes to call it. Make sure that, you guys are taking advantage of the content that is still readily supplied and available to all of you all. All right. So appreciate you all for tapping into all that content. But like I said, man, definitely keep it going. Okay. Because like I said, we got film out there. We got interviews out there. We got collabs out there. We got solos. We got some everything. That's what we do. You know how we do. Like to have a little fun. All right. All righty. But with that being the case, before we get too deep into this thing, let me make sure I pay the bill on the front end, because sometimes I get in trouble. All right. I get in here and I get all excited and I forget to pay the bill. Okay. So bear with me. All right. You know what time it is, baby. Today's show is sponsored by SeatGeek. Yeah, the top rated ticketing app. I mean, it has 28 million plus downloads. I mean, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. But then on top of that, they offer over 70,000 plus events, from concerts to sporting outings. I mean, you obviously know what we talk about over here, that beautiful team that wears black and gold. And what better way to follow your squad than to actually see them in person? And that's the beautiful part about this cool little app they have. I get to just click how many seats, how many tickets I want. I want 2. All right, because just me and the lady. And then from there, let me see which because this is the next time they're at home on October 12th. You know what I mean? So I got all the options. It gives me little views and stuff like that. Tells me if the seats are good or even great, and all the other things along with it. So that is the cool part. But more importantly, if I'm talking about it, I'm talking about it because I'm here for you. Okay. So when you download the SeatGeek app, when you make your first purchase on tickets to whatever the event is, use the promo code Moats. And if you do that, you'll receive $20 off, baby. $20 off. It's a beautiful concept right there on your first purchase, okay? So you see what to do. You see the promo code. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. But you know what time it is now, so let's go. Alrighty. Shout out to the good people over at SeatGeek showing us love, supporting the channel. We always appreciate them, okay? And I'm sure y'all appreciate the non-vocal, examples of my skills and talent today. So shout out to y'all. All right, shout out to y'all. But with that being the case, like I said, man, we do got plenty to discuss and a little bit of a condensed time because we got Corliss Waitman, Steelers Punter, at 4:30 p.m. today. So let's do it like how we always do. Drop it in the comment section where you are tuning in from, so that way I can give you that big boy shout out to start today's show. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And let's get it. Okay. Let's see. Well, right now, I know I'm a little early bird over here. There they go. Shout out to the homie David Decker in the 585 Rochester, New York. And he says, Moats, happy Thursday. Is it that time again? And I'm talking about the soccer tournament Saturday. Shout out. Well, I already know what time it is, man. So make sure you do your thing out there, okay? Soccer tournament up. Let's ride. And correct me if I'm wrong. You're coaching in this, correct? I feel like you're coaching in this, if I remember correctly, man. All right. But if not, rehash me. All right. But always good to see you in the building. And what up, Richard Arbizo? All the way in the 310 Carson, California. And he says, calling a statement game from the defense on Sunday. We for sure need that. So I second that emotion. Absolutely. And then, of course, we got the homie Rashawn Jones in the 732 Neptune, New Jersey, live from work as always. Yes, sir. And he says, yes, indeed. And of course, make sure you hit the like and subscribe is what he's also implicating at the end of that. So shout out to you. And what up, Ray Meeks in the 757 Moats been grinding. Seems like you going live every day. Man, I just be up here having a blast, kicking back, with the homies. The thing that is different is this, because we got like different people that I stream with on different days, it does feel like I'm on this joint every day. But I be having a blast though. And then y'all be pulling up with me every day, so I don't feel like I'm doing it too much, because I'm like, well, every time I click on live, y'all be on live with me. Every time I get done watching the vid, y'all be watching the vid with me. I say hit the like button, y'all be hitting the like button. Y'all be commenting, so I'll be like, yo, if y'all go show love, I'm gonna just keep popping up, all right? So hopefully y'all digging it, okay? And if not, I can disappear. But not right now, because we having way too much fun, all right? So shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. All right. And shout out to Hunter Mason all the way from the 307 Wyoming. Shout out to Wyoming, if you know. Ooh, and David Decker says he's actually playing in it. Even better, because I do know, if I remember correctly, you do some Special Olympics coaching as well, I feel like. But shout out to the fact that you playing in the soccer tournament, man. Let's go. Ball out. You already know. All right. And then let's see, man. I got the homie Michael Starks in the 502 Louisville in the building. Shout out to Louisville. If you know, you know. And then I'm going to end it. Dang, I thought I had another one that just popped up and then it went away. All right, I see this one. I know this one real well. Shout out to Chris Hobson all the way in. Erwin, PA. Shout out to Erwin, baby. Oh, love. Always good to see you here. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. All right. And there you go. Mike Hood. Shout out always in the 614. Columbus, Ohio. Always got love, baby. Always got love. But like I said, man, we got plenty to discuss. And on a little bit of a condensed schedule today. So we are not going to play with them or waste time. We're going to get right to it. All right. So, ladies and gents, man, we've been doing my picks of the week, right? And I've been feeling good. Right? Week 1 went 9-5. Excuse me, that one. I went 9-7. Week 1. This week, a little bit better. All right. This week, and we said last week also, man, because remember, it's me and the homie Tyler Candelaria, who you see him do his shorts all the time up here, man. He's one of our dudes, man, cooking, killing, having a blast. Actually, his birthday today, so happy birthday to Tyler, man. Make sure if y'all see him on social media, y'all show the man some love as well. All right. But more importantly, man, we both went 11-5 this week. All right. Now, he copies a lot of my picks, but then at the same time, he'll go a different version on some of them. And that's how he's making this thing nice and good right here. So shout out to the fact that he kept it competitive, man, back to back with me, man. So just to recap, man, last week I took Packers. Last week we both took Packers. Actually, I just do mine first and I do his. Last week I took Packers -3. That was a W. I had Bengals -3.5. That was a W, even without Joe Burrow. Had Bills -6.5. The good ones win, the great ones win and cover. Love to see it. Baltimore had them at 11.5. Yeah, they definitely won and covered that. I took Cowboys -4.5. Definitely took the L there. I had Rams -5.5. That was a beautiful dub. Love to see that. Then from there, I had Lions -6 for a victory. Had 49ers -3 was another dub. Had the Steelers -3, and that was an L. But I digress. New week, baby. Patriots, I had them at +1.5. That was a W. Had Cardinals -6.5. Took the L barely, but it was an L, right? Then from there, man, I had Broncos -1.5. That was a W. Had Chiefs +1.5 for a loss. Then after that, I had the Vikings -3.5 for another loss. Then I had Bucks +2.5 for a W. And then I ended it with Chargers -3 for another W as well, man. So with that, like I said, man, did go 11-5 on the picks, man. Felt good. And these are all DraftKings spreads as well. Y'all know how we got our relationship with DraftKings. They've been one of our main sponsors now for years. Shout out to the homies over there as well, man. But those were my picks. Now for Tyler, we had a lot of similarities. Like I said, for him, he went Packers, right? Bills. Giants was where he went. That was a little bit of a flip-flop from my pick. That's why he got the dub there. He had 49ers as well. He went Rams as well. But then he took Panthers. Obviously, he got that, right? So shout out to him for that. Also, he went with the Colts for a dub. Eagles also for a dub, and then he had the Falcons as well. Then we both had Bucks and Chargers to wrap it up. So that was how we both went 11-5. So I like it. But now, of course, it's time for week 3. All right, and let me pull up because I know my man Tyler. I think I got. There they go. All right, so. In fact, I low-key feel like we got a lot of similarities. Okay, but we got some differences. All right. So for me, man, I took in terms of the week 3 slate of games, right, for my picks of the week, because like I said, I'm feeling good right now. All right, I'm feeling real good. In fact, let me. I guess we supposed to do our records, right? So let's see, 11-5 plus 9-7. So yeah, I'm sitting at 20-24 right now. All right, okay. I rocks with that. That's clean. Now we got to be better than that this week, but as a whole. I said 24. I'm tripping on that one. 12. Lord have mercy, bro. We ain't take 24 losses. We took 12 losses, man. Jeez Louise. All right. 12 losses. So we're feeling really good right now. Feeling real good right now. All right. So let's keep this thing rolling. Let's keep it rolling. But my picks for week 3. Okay. My picks for week 3. I have Bills -12.5. They got the Thursday night game tonight versus the Dolphins. And it's in Buffalo. Squish the fish. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, boy. All right. Y'all lucky I ain't pull it. If we ain't had this Corliss Waitman interview today, your boy might have been in here looking real patriotic. Whole bunch of blue and red on. All right. But we got Corliss Waitman today, man. All right. Got to pay some respects. Shout out to Exodus. Give me the Bob Marley instead. All right. But I got Bills minus 12.5 tonight, man, versus the Dolphins. After that, I have the Packers, right? Because Packers, they're favored at 8.5 points versus the Browns, but it's in Cleveland. I still like the Packers to take care of business in that matchup. Then from there, we got Jets going to Tampa Bay. Tampa favored it by 7 points, and I do like Tampa to win and cover that, man. Also of note in that Jets game, no Justin Fields, who was ruled out yesterday with his concussion. My dog, my 757 partner, them Tyrod Taylor is going to be out there getting his start. I like it a lot. I just know what Baker's on right now. Baker's cooking, bro. Baker's he just looked apart, bro. So it's hard to go against that right now. So I do got the Bucks, like I said, winning and covering that one, man. From there, I have the Rams, right? Little road dog action, man. They're traveling to Philadelphia on Sunday, man. And Philly is favored by 3.5 points. I like the Eagles to low key win it, but I like the Rams to make it close enough to cover. So shout out to the Rams, baby. Shout out to the Rams because they're going to do what they need to do, baby, for me to get this thing popping the way it's supposed to pop. All right. From there, man, I like the Falcons traveling to the Panthers. Falcons favored it on the road minus 5.5. So that means they have to win by 6 or more points. And I think they do that, man. The Falcons, they look good last week, man. They playing with a lot of confidence. The young quarterback looks good. And, well, the Panthers are still trying to figure it out right now. So that is ultimately why I am rolling with the Falcons there. After that, I do like the Colts, man, as they travel to Tennessee to face the Titans. The Colts are favored at minus 4.5. Daniel Jones has been playing really well. Cam Ward is a monster, but as a whole, that team, it looks a little. So even though Cam is slinging that thing and putting that ball where it's supposed to, it's still a lot of chaos over there. So because of that, I do like the fact the Colts now back-to-back games just look confident, man, playing fast, playing strong, and making plays. I mean, that Denver game was a good one. Shoot, you think about what they did week 1 to the Dolphins. It's like, man, they're showing a different version of them in 2025, and I'm buying it right now. Until they show me otherwise, I am buying it. So let's go. Let's go, Colts. All right. Next up, we got the Bengals traveling to Minnesota, the battle of the backup quarterbacks. But for some reason, even though the Bengals aren't favored, right? They're +3, and I'm cool with that. I like them as the road dog in this, man. I like them. Jake Browning, man. I don't know. I feel like their team is still very much in. Their defense is but Jake Browning gives them like this weird, I don't know, confidence, this weird just jankiness about him. And I like that. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've seen Jake Browning have success against us. Maybe that's what it is. But I'm like, yo, I'm rolling with Jake. I like them to make sure. I like them to go ahead and mess the party up, right? +3. I like the Bengals in that matchup, man, for sure, for sure. Then from there, we got the Raiders traveling to Washington. But we know, obviously, Jaden Daniels compromised. So we got to see what that situation looks like now. And for me, man, y'all know how I feel about the Raiders, man. I like Geno, right? But as a whole, I do feel like with Pete Carroll, man, they're just a little bit more buttoned up, less volatility with them. And I think that, in a game like this, where, you got some type of compromising at the quarterback position, so you're going to have, different pieces out there. I like the Raiders to go to at least cover in this thing, all right? So let me get the Raiders with the +3.5 points, baby. Purdy, please. Purdy, please. Steelers -1.5 going to New England. So it's dope that like I said, that Vegas still favorites us, even with some of our up and down consistency on offense and defense and in special teams. But I also follow suit with that. I do think that the Steelers do win this and cover. So I do like them with the 1.5 point spread to take care of business, man. Like I said, favored in this thing. So that means they got to win by 2 points or more. We're not asking for 3 points. That's for 2 points. All right. 2 points or more. You know the drill. All right. All righty. Next up on the list, we got to go all the way down. I was about to say all the way down to Jacksonville. But if I remember correctly, this game, it is in Jacksonville. I was about to say, I thought it was in Houston, but no, the game is in Jacksonville. Houston Texans traveling to Jacksonville. Jacksonville is favored at -1.5. And the Texans have, once again, defensively, they look nice. Offensively, question marks. What are they? What is the rhythm? CJ Stroud, are you going to start making these throws? O-line, are you going to start protecting the right way, right? Receivers running him. It's a lot of that going on right now, but their defense, fire. Defense, hitting folk, getting after it. They look good there. But you know I'm a sucker for them boys down there in Jacksonville. Give me Trevor Lawrence. Give me Travis Etienne, man. Come on, baby. All I need is 1.5 from you. Win by 2. That's all I need from you. But I do like the Jaguars in that matchup, all right? So we will see how that plays out. Next up, we got the Saints going all the way out west to Seattle. One of the furthest trips you can have. And on top of that, Seattle is favored by 7.5. Now, as much as I would love to get janky and say take the Saints because of the points, I just don't see it. After watching that Seattle team come in here and beat us the way that they did, and granted, we felt like, we gave some of that away, especially, in the end of it. Seattle still played a good game, man. And if they can minimize their turnovers, they should get out of that Saints game feeling good about it, man. So, yeah, I do like the Seahawks to not just win, but to cover as well. Next up, we got the Broncos. And it is funny, man. That spread just changed. It was at 7 for that Seahawks game, and it just bumped to 7.5, just to give you a little update on that. All right. But we talk them on for 7. All right. But I should take the 7. No, I ain't want that 7. Give me a 7, bro. I mean, it ain't gonna make no difference, no way. One's a push, one's gonna be just me dubbing it out. But like I said, they're going. I like them to win and cover this thing. So I'm feeling good either way. Next up, we got Broncos traveling to LA versus the Chargers. Chargers are favored at 2.5 points. I do think the Chargers, man, are going to come out of there with the victory, but I like the Broncos to cover, man. Plus 2.5. I think that this is, one of them close win by 1 point type situations, man. We'll see if it gets to the field goal part, but to me, man, I think the Broncos defensively, they're nice. Offensively, man, they got a rhythm. They know what they're doing, and they're confident, man, in terms of Bo Nix and Sean Payton. So for me, I think that in games that are going to be tight, yeah, man, I like the other side to mess it up a little bit. All right, so let's roll with that, man. But yes, give me Broncos plus 2.5. Then after that, man, we got Cowboys going to Chicago. Chicago is home dogs by 0.5. So yeah, Cowboys got to win by what? And let's be real, man. Both of these teams, through 2 weeks, or pick them in the wrong way, pick them in the trash way. Like, yo, they suck, and they really, really suck. But I don't know which one's going to suck harder when you put them together, because, yeah, which version are you getting of Dallas, right? Offensively, they look good. Defensively, and then for the Bears, right? So, yeah, I like Dallas in this. And it is funny, man. Initially, when they had this spread, it was at 1.5. Now they just bumped it down to just 0.5. So low key, I'm gonna go ahead and take the 0.5 on top of that, because I like that odd way better than the 1.5. Okay, just keep it simple. Just win by 1. Okay, win by 1, and we feeling good. So that's what I'm gonna roll with Dallas. Though I like them to like I said, not just win, but I like them to cover in this as well. Then from there, we got to talk about Cardinals going to the Niners, man. A little division action. Shout out to the NFC West. And I like the Cardinals, man. Shout out to Kyler Murray. Obviously, we know his social media got a little exciting past couple of days, man. Shout out to just the internet, man. You got to be careful what you put out there, man. Everybody is going to see it the way that you see it, okay? But nonetheless, man, I do like what him and James Conner are doing right now defensively. I think that they're finding a rhythm as well. And we also know for the 49ers, man, Brock Purdy is still kind of banged up, dealing with the variety. Right. So we will see what that looks like. But I do like the Cardinals to cover, man. Plus 3 points for the Cards. Give me that, man. That's what I'm rolling with. Cardinals plus 3 in that matchup. Then the final Sunday matchup, we have Kansas City Chiefs going to New York to face the Giants. Okay. Giants home dogs plus 6 points. Now, as much as in the past, I'm like, yo, this is Mahomes, bro. It's prime time. You take Mahomes. I don't care if the spread is 6. He's going to win and cover. I don't believe it, though, bro. I think they win. I don't know if they cover, though, man. I have real questions about the defense right now for them. And the Giants can score, bro. Russ is throwing that moon ball, and the Giants, Malik Neighbors, who with the Chiefs is stopping him? That's my concern right now. I don't necessarily know if there's an answer to that just yet. I know they're supposed to get Rashee Rice back this week, so we will see, how quickly he gets acclimated. But I'm not feeling the 6 points, man. I'm not feeling the 6 points. So give me Giants +6. I like the Chiefs to win the game, but I like the Giants to actually cover this, man. So shout out to them on that. And then the last game we got on Monday night, Detroit Lions going to Baltimore. Ravens favored at 4.5 points. I like Baltimore in this matchup, man. Detroit's tough. They're good, but that Ravens attack, the running quarterback element, the explosive passing element, then they have a defense that can create splash as well. They did it last week, right? Ran back an interception 60 yards to the 5-yard line, ran back a fumble recovery 60 yards for a touchdown, man. They're getting splashed in a variety of ways. I like the Ravens to win this and cover, man. So, yeah, that's how I'm feeling about it, man. So, for me, like I said, I got Bills, I got Packers, I got Bucks, I got Rams, I got the Falcons, I got Colts, Bengals, Raiders, Steelers, Jags, Seahawks, Broncos, Cowboys, Cardinals, Giants, and last but certainly not least, the Ravens. All right. And then for the homie Tyler, okay, for those of you taking notes over there, shout out the Yens. Tyler, on the other hand, has the Bills. He likes the Packers to win. He has the Jets getting a dub instead, though. Then he has the Rams getting a victory. He likes the Falcons as well. He likes the Titans in that matchup versus the Colts. He likes the Commanders also in that matchup versus I forgot who the Commanders are even playing. I want to say it was cross country, right? Am I correct? Correct. Oh my goodness. I literally just Vegas. I was saying it was a cross country game. Yeah, they had another one. Yeah, so he likes the Commanders to take care of business versus Vegas. Obviously, I like the Raiders to take care of business in that one. He has Bengals +3. He likes the Steelers as well, -1.5. He likes the Texans. Okay. He has the Saints. He likes the Chargers, Cowboys this week, Niners, Giants, and then he's going Lions for 4 with the +4.5 versus Ravens +4.5. So pretty interesting with the picks, man. But like I said, I'm excited about it, man. My dog's excited about it. Hopefully y'all are as well, man. So should be a good week of games. But you already know the drill, man. If you are enjoying what I am on and what we are on, hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel, baby. Said, man, we got about 10 minutes before we are joined by Steelers punter Corliss Waitman. He will be calling in, man. Be good to just catch up with him, man. All things Corliss today, okay? Because like I said, man, very, very interesting backstory on him, man, when you talk about his journey to the league. And just as a whole, man, this punting competition, we got to talk about it, man. I want to know how was he feeling, right? What was on his mind? Was he nervous? You know what I'm saying? There's cool stuff about this dude, man. Really cool stuff. But like I said, that'll be happening shortly. So we are in a good space right now. And I feel so much relieved that I got that those picks out, because I was like, that's like the longest part. You know what I mean? We started doing the picks. I'm like, hey, bro, picks gonna talk. That's a talking segment. You know what I'm saying? But now that it's done, now we just sit back and wait a little bit. All right. So with that, let me go ahead and knock out, or we'll briefly look up at what the collegiate guys have this upcoming week. All right. Because like I said, man, we know, Waitman, he'll be calling, except probably about like 10 minutes ish. So we'll go from there, man. But for right now, I'm going to pull up the college schedule for this week, man. And let's just take a peek, man, at some of the guys, man, and who has the exciting matchups, man, that we might want to have our eyes on for week 4 of college football. All right. So the quarterbacks that we have been following, Lenoris Sellers, right? We've been watching him down there in South Carolina. Arch Manning over at Texas. We've been watching him. Garrett Musmeyer, we've been watching him over at LSU. Drew Allar over at Penn State. We've been looking at him. Cade Klubnik from Clemson is another quarterback we've had eyes on. Carson Beck down in Miami, the former Georgia quarterback we've been eyeing. And then John Mateer from Oklahoma, we've also been following this season. All right. Just in the sense of these are some of the quarterbacks that have been talked about the most in terms of 2026, if you were to draft a quarterback in the first round or early on, these are some of the quarterbacks that have been talked about or at least projected. So we're just following that storyline in real time versus wait until the season ends and then we go back and, rewatch everything without necessarily the flow of week to week. So that's kind of the mindset there. What I will say, last week, I was impressed with Carson Beck. I like what I saw from him. He continues to look cool, calm, and collected, continues to make plays, continue to look like the moment isn't too big, which makes sense when you think about where he was prior to coming to Miami. At Georgia, every game was box office. Every game was, 5-star. And it looks like he's still been taking that mentality over to Miami and really playing at a high level. So I definitely like what I've saw from him. Wasn't as impressed with Cade Klubnik last week, man. Got a chance to watch him versus Georgia Tech. And the game was weird. Obviously, Clemson's running game was janky. So the running game became more Cade being the runner at quarterback. I just don't feel like he was as decisive running the football in that game. When I think of, what I saw from John Mateer, who I think is a little bit more similar to Cade in terms of their running ability, I feel like, man, when I watch John is like, man, decisive. When I'm going, right? But with Cade, it was almost like tippy-toeing, man. Like, all right, is this going to work? I think I can get over. I think I can find a hole. And it's like, man, I'm not a fan of that style of quarterback run. I want it to hit and go and really mean it when you're doing it, right? So that was, like I said, man, a little bit of my back and forth with him. Arch Manning struggled a little bit as well to me, man. I know he's young, and that's the thing, but I am starting to just kind of like, all right, man, we're going to have to see him put together a string of consistent performances, because I feel like he's kind of going in the wrong direction right now, man, in terms of when we're looking at, all right, was that the guy that everybody felt, was going to be a surefire thing for this upcoming NFL draft? He's going to have to get that thing rolling a little bit better. All right. And then the same with Lenore Sellers. I like what I saw from him. But he can still be up and down at times. And that's one of my only things with him and John Mateer. Mateer, it's like, man, he'll ball out, but then he'll have that turnover. I'm just like, all right, I get it, but let's be careful with that, all right? But like I said, that's my little Baker Mayfield over there, man. But in terms of, the matchups that we're going to at least have our eyes on potentially, man, I like John Mateer versus Auburn. Like I said, man, Auburn's number 22, Oklahoma's 11. I like when it's good on good. I like when the matchups are exciting like that, because I want to see how these guys handle pressure. I want to see when the decks are more, even, who's the force multiplier, who's the guy that could be the difference maker. And heck, even if you're not even having a sexy game, so to speak, right? But we get to the fourth quarter and it's like, yo, let me see you elevate. Let me see, can you overcome a rough performance, man? Because all of that's a part of your evaluation. All of that is a part of playing quarterback at the NFL level. You need to see them play it good, bad, good weather, not so good weather. Has a turnover, doesn't have a turnover. Can he light it up for 300-400 yards? But can he win a game when he only has $150, right? Like, those are all the things that we're trying to find out when we're evaluating these guys, because you can see right now how challenging it is. Now, this matchup right here doesn't have any of those quarterbacks in it, but I am excited for that Nebraska-Michigan matchup. All right, I think that's gonna be a good one. Just throwing it out there, man. Number 4, Miami, though. Saturday night. Number 4, Miami is hosting Florida, the Gators. I like that right there, man. I think that's going to be a nice one, man, whenever you're talking about, just the interstate rivalry elements of that. I'll be interested to see how Carson Beck continues to lead those guys. I said number 5, man, but they're actually number 4 now. Excuse me on that one. I had to bump them up in the poll, okay? But I think that'll be a good one to watch as well. Like I said, Carson Beck, we want to definitely watch him, man. Because like I said, man, we're not new to him. He's a good player, but we want to see, can he continue to be consistent with it as well? But like I said, I definitely like those matchups right there, man. Let me pull up, because I'm about to say, we know we still got another week before we get Drew Allard versus Oregon. That's the one I really, really want to see, man. But as a whole, man, we're in a good spot right now, man, in terms of some of those matchups. But like I said, man, those are the ones that really, kind of caught my eye. And I think we got a couple of minutes before we get Corliss on this thing, man. Oh, in South Carolina, versus Missouri. That's the other one. I was about to say, I knew there was another one in here, man. South Carolina traveling to Missouri, 7 p.m. Saturday night. Missouri's ranked number 23 as well, man. So definitely that's one to tap into. Texas and LSU, they got the throwaway games this week. Texas has Sam Houston. Shout out to Sam Houston, right? And then LSU is playing Southeast Louisiana. We not about, with all due respect to them schools, but you catch what I'm saying. All right. So we ain't really getting caught up in that. But the South Carolina one, definitely, man, if we want to see how my man Lenore Sellers plays in a matchup versus, a team that should have the better, talent out there in that one. Yeah, that'd be a good one as well, man. So it said, man, got some interesting potential, games to tap into over the weekend, man, if that is what you fancy. But either way, the drill. Hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel, baby. All righty. And now we are right on schedule, baby. We will sit here, man, wait a little bit. Then we should be joined by Steelers punter Corliss Waitman. But while we wait on Corliss, I see my man X say, yo, I got my questions ready, man. I'm ready to ask all the stuff, man. Hey, look. We got to talk to him. We got plenty to ask him. You know that. We got to find out. All right. Let's go. Shoo. Hey, and I'm with you to X concepts in terms of drafting the quarterback. Says it has you scared. For sure. I'm always petrified of it. Rookies make me nervous. You've heard me say it plenty of times. But not just rookies make me nervous. The rookie that you're banking on being the savior makes me nervous, because it's like, man, I'm not just asking him to come join the team. I'm asking him to come join the team and make it right and right out the gate. And we can see, man, just how challenging that is for a quarterback. We've already experienced that with Kenny Pickett, right? The next version of, okay, let's go draft something. Let's go give it a chance. It's just tough. All right. So whoever we do ultimately end up drafting, whether it is, in the first round this year, second round, or, if they go a different route, which would surprise a lot of us, right? If they didn't touch quarterback in the draft this year. But if they were to go that route, I'm just, I'd have to have that wait and see type of approach to it, because yeah, man. Yeah. Not the most consistent at the position league-wide. And that's even with some of the vets. So you just understand, man, whenever you're talking about some of these younger guys, man, the challenges that you kind of face with that. Let's see. Get in my seat. I almost fell out for a second. Oh, and I see your questions coming in here. All right, I see what y'all got loading up, baby. I see you. We on the same page, all right? We on the same page. But shout out to X Concepts, man. I like how you doing it, baby. For sure. Ooh, now that's something that, I do kind of agree with, man. He's like, yo, I don't think any of these dudes are ready to start. Oh, looks like he's calling me, so give me 1 second. Hello. Man, what's the word, baby? How are you? Man, I'm good. Appreciate you again, man, taking some time. I'm going to just do a quick intro, and after that, man, we can get it going, all right? Yeah, I'm local, man. Heck yeah. Yes, dude. Yeah, man. I'm still in the city, man. Absolutely. Yeah. Heck yeah, man. So like I said, appreciate you again, man. We can do this real quick, all right? Yeah. All right, you got me over there?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, ladies and gents, boys and girls, y'all heard me. We've been talking about him for a while now, and we've been super excited since he officially won his punting competition this year. Now is our punter, man. So we said it. We was going to bring him over here on the show. He is here, ladies and gents. Not only is he the Steelers punter, but he's also a music producer. We're going to get to that in a little bit as well. But ladies and gents, Corliss Waitman. Corliss, baby, I feel like I've seen you so much lately, man. Like, you around, baby. How you been adjusting, though, man?
It's good, man. It's good to be back. First and foremost, thank you for having me. But yeah, it's good to be back in Pittsburgh, man.
Heck yeah, man. Now, to just kind of start this year off, right? We talk about the difference between last year with you and this year, just from an August and September standpoint. We know last year, man, an injury happens. We sign you, going into week 2. This year, a little bit different in terms of the whole competition that you had to, go through and everything. But if you could, just from your perspective, how different was it for you preparing last year to preparing for, the season this year?
Yeah, it's totally different. You have to come in ready. No excuses. Once you touch that field, you have to produce. So I was at home. Of course, I got the call, but I'm familiar with Pittsburgh, so it was an easier adjustment than it probably would be for somebody else because I'm familiar with the city. I was here my rookie year, of course. I was here a little bit in 2021, 2022. So yeah, it was good. It was good to be back. It's kind of funny how I kind of found my way back over here. So yeah, it's good to be back.
Hey, look, well, we'll just say you look better in black and gold than any of those other uniforms. All right. So you stay here as long as you need to be here. Okay. That's what we want. And the way that you've been booming these punts too, man, you got everybody over here like, yo, who's this kid with the big leg, man? Absolutely, man.
Yes, sir.
But
I appreciate you.
No, without a doubt. Now, you know me, man, because I also, man, have special teams in my background. So when I saw 40 plus net, I'm like, oh, yeah, we all know that's big boy varsity. We ain't playing with the net now. All right. So shout out to you doing your thing, man, and keep it going as well, baby.
Yes, sir. Like Danny Smith, that's a team stat.
Come on,
everybody
man.
does their job.
Come on, man.
So that's a team stat. So we're just trying to keep that ball going and put the defense in the best field position as possible. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about the competition that you had because we always say, man, whenever you see a younger player or just a player that isn't as veteran, right, versus a guy that's more established, more decorated, it is something that, catches a lot of our eyes. And your competition this year probably was one of the most intriguing, position battles that the Steelers had. Just from your eyes, right? How was that on a day-to-day dealing with the competition of a vet like Cam versus yourself?
Right. I mean, I met Cam a couple of times, early in my career. Never really got a chance to really talk to him. But, when I seen him in the locker room the first time in Pittsburgh, I was like, man, like, just take notes and and stuff. And I showed him on my phone, like in 2020 when I was a rookie and I was on the practice squad and we played against him. He was still at Philly. I was filming him during warm-up.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So like guys like that is who I learned from. So it's kind of crazy how like you end up competing against them. You know what I mean? It's
absolutely.
Crazy, but it made me better, and he told me the same thing. It made him better because it was so crazy. If you had one miss hit in a session, you pretty much lost. That's unheard of because, there's always a little bit. We're not robots. There's always going to be a miss hit here and there. But, man, our battles were like that. Whoever missed one would lose. And it made us both better. I mean, Cam is in Buffalo right now.
Yeah, absolutely,
that's
man.
That's one thing he said, man. Whatever happens, both of us are going to play somewhere.
Facts.
He has that experience to know how that cookie crumbles. So that was great.
No, absolutely, man. And shoot, like I said, man, when both of y'all are doing it like that, man, that's the beauty of it. There's gonna be a job for you guys out there, man. And like I said, absolutely, man, it was just dope to see that it played out the way that it did. So salute to you both, and also the humility that you had, because you said, man, prior to you even getting on, you was like, yo, you was watching this dude and you were filming his warm up to kind of like take notes for yourself, like. That's a concept that I'm sure people looking at like, wow, why would you do that? But to hear that you're humble enough that, yeah, I'm trying to find a nugget wherever I can find it, man, that's dope by you.
Yeah, like Danny Smith, he always says at the start of the meeting, no egos, man. If you have egos in pride, you're not going to get better.
Leave your ego out of there, bro.
And you played in this league a long time, so like ego will kill your career, man. Like having pride, like we all know we look at people that come before us, I'm confident enough to admit it. You know what I'm saying? I learned from a lot of vets.
Facts.
So, yes, sir.
Already know, baby. Hey, and that's the way to do it, though, man. I wouldn't have been in the league as long as I was if I didn't have the vets in front of me. I literally remember watching every James Harrison snap when I'm playing in Buffalo, and he becomes my teammate, and it's like, oh, wow, this is nuts now, man. So for a fact, man, that's how you do it, though. But now you got a little bit more interesting and unique upbringing, man, than the majority of the people we get a chance to talk to. Being that you were born in, let me make sure I'm not butchering this, Ghent, Belgium, but then you lived in the Netherlands up until you were 15 years old. Am I correct on that?
Yeah. So people always ask me, man, where are you from?
Yeah.
I can't give a short answer. You know what I mean? So I always try to summarize. I'm like, listen, like my dad is from Pensacola, Florida.
Let's
He
go.
played professional basketball overseas. He met my mom there too. So I was there. I went to school there overseas for most of my life. I used to come here back home to Pensacola, Florida, to see my family, Milton, Florida.
Okay, yeah.
See my grandma, see my uncles on my dad's side of the family. So I was always here in the summer. But people was like, man, are you an American citizen? Are you this? I'm like, yeah, bro, I am. But I understand. I'm kind of like, because I try to the best explanation I can give is like Kyrie Irving or Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Their parents played overseas, and that's kind of how my life was. So
that's dope, man. Yeah, when I was researching, I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I can't wait to hear this one, man. So when you're doing the back and forth though, right? Because you're saying that, you're over there predominantly, but you do still come over here during the summers. What's that sport experience like for you then? Because for, most athletes, you'll hear them say, man, I've been playing my main sport since, 4 or 5 years old, and it's all I did. But what was that like over, overseas and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, Europe is, soccer is the sport. You know what I mean? So,
football,
my dad was a hooper. Like, I definitely got my dad's athleticism and stuff, and he wanted me to be a hooper. But, soccer was the sport there. So I grew up playing soccer, ran a little bit of track. So when I came over here, soccer wasn't the sport.
Yeah.
So to make a long story short, my senior year I ended up playing football because that's the sport here. So I wanted to play a sport people took serious during that time. I know soccer's getting more serious.
Respect.
When I was in high school, 2014, 2015, it was football, man, especially down south. So yeah.
Well, shoot, man, it didn't take you long to get recognized. I tell you that, man. Obviously, having stars and everything coming out as an ESPN recruit. But take us through your process of deciding to go to the University of South Alabama. What was, other schools you were considering, and what was, ultimately what led you to South Alabama, though?
Yeah, I was blessed to have a lot of offers. Not a lot, but I had
talk your talk, man. Yeah,
Power 5 talk your talk, man. Power 5 offers. I did. I had Oregon, I had Auburn, I had Maryland, I had South Alabama, I had all the HBCUs. It was a blessed period of my life because I didn't know how good I was because I started so late. But my dad passed away, and he went to that's his alma mater,
South Alabama. Yeah.
So they didn't even recruit me. I sent them an email. I was like, hey, I'm a ranked 5th punter in the nation, and they offer. It's crazy. They visited my high school like a week later because South Alabama's right there, an hour and a half away from Milton, Florida, right by Pensacola, Florida, and they offered me on the spot when they came visit me. So that's kind of how that went. So
hey, you had to hit them up. Recruiting. He said, y'all got all these other offers, but hey, I really want you guys. All right. Dang, go on, man. That's awesome right there. And I mean, that is also pretty cool, man, when you talk about the family element of it too, man. Obviously, RP to your father, but to be able to at least, continue on that legacy at the school, man, that is definitely a cool experience, man. But then from there, I mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I didn't say nothing.
Okay. So after your 4 years there, though, you don't hop right out and go to the NFL. You spend that last season where you transferred to Mississippi State University. Take us through what that experience was like, because we obviously know there was some NCAA action going on as well with that situation, man. But what was that like for you?
Man, you did your homework, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah, man.
If you gonna be on the show, I gotta talk. Y'all gotta know what I'm doing now. Yeah, I'm a fan.
That's good. So yeah, I mean, that was the first year the portal was open, and my head coach ended up getting fired that year. He was a big special teams guy, and I ended up trying to transfer over to Mississippi State because he was the special teams coordinator over there. But it was the first year of the portal. A lot of restrictions. They were kind of, that was during the time they were trying to stop it. So they tried to look for anything. And I was trying to get into grad school there, and they found some credits. Then it was just it was really flaky. It was super flaky.
NCAA
I was very
stuff.
frustrated. Yeah. I was very frustrated and thought my career was over because I'm like, man, if you're a specialist and you sit out a year, like I'm not Tyrann Mathieu. Tyrann Mathieu sat out a year, and he got drafted 3rd round. Man, I'm a punter. I'm not going to sit out a year and make it to the league. You know what I mean? So, but somehow it it worked out. Danny Smith called me
Hey,
after the draft was over,
mm-hmm.
and a couple other teams. But man, you know how Danny Smith, he keep it real and 100% truth, and he convinced me, man, I'm about to sign my UDFA contract to the Steelers. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was a crazy experience though, going through that NCAA deal. But somehow, man, it was for a reason, and thank God I still found a way to make it to the league, man. Because
No,
yeah,
absolutely.
it was really shaky.
Absolutely. Now, you said Danny Smith obviously was the one to reach out to you, but just take us through, your decision-making process when it was time to sign with the team, man. What was it, about the Steelers and Danny Smith versus some of the other teams that you might have been considering? Because like you said, that is a very unorthodox method of joining the NFL when you have to, go through that kind of gap year, so to speak.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, like I said, Danny keeps it 1,000. He told me, listen, man, a lot of teams gonna call you and they're gonna give you higher signing bonuses, but he said, at least here I can tell you, you're going to get a real deal shot. We in Pittsburgh, we want to win, and the best guy is going to play. I'm not going to tell you you're going to win, but you're going to get a fair shot, not just a shot. We're going to give you a fair shot, not just a camp leg, none of that. And I was like, man, I like the sound of this. You know what I'm saying? And I like the sound of this. But yeah, so that's how I ended up picking the Steelers, and I'm glad I did, because it's nothing like the Steelers, man.
Shoot, shout out to Danny Smith, man. Now the real question everybody needs to know is, how many pieces of bubble gum did he have in his mouth when you seen him the first time, man? Because you know how he is, man.
Man, he got a jaw of steel.
Dude,
man.
what? I'm like, yo, it's 8 a.m, Danny. How you got that much gum in your mouth right now, bro?
Yeah, Danny got that gum on him at all times.
Facts, man. Facts. Now I gotta ask this though, man, because as I'm doing my research on you, you're, like I said in the intro, not just a Steelers punter, but you're also a music producer. Cormill. Can we talk a little bit about Cormill and some of the stuff that you've been doing? Because obviously, as a producer, I mean, you produced a song, what's called "Rules" with Kalumati. Was it 6.7 million views on YouTube right now? And literally, I hear you right at the beginning. I'm like, holy smokes, man. So talk to me a little bit, man. Where did this come from, man?
Yeah, man, just being in the house. I mean, my dad did a good job of trying to keep me in the house. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I went outside, I could only play basketball and not hang on the streets and stuff like that. So I stayed in the house and had to find a hobby to do. Playing a game all day got boring, and my cousin actually was a music producer, and he kind of introduced me to a couple softwares, and I got really interested in music producing. I sucked in the beginning, but taught myself piano and really just realized how to ear for it. And yeah, it's been a hobby of mine ever since. I don't really like. I'm a decent golfer, but I'm not a big golf dude. I don't really like going to clubs. You know what I mean? I just like to be inside like a homebody and just pull out a piano, play some keys, and yeah, I love music. I think we all do.
No,
I love making it. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely,
dude, that's dope as heck, man. And like I said, man, for you to have a song that you produced to be that popular, at least like I said, through social media, it's like, man, that's not something to just gloss over. That's legit right there. Now, I do gotta ask though, since you in the producing game and everything, do you have like your a top 3 list of these are my producers that I draw inspiration from, or these are the guys that I just think are the best at it? Like, who are your top 3, man?
Oh, man, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. I mean,
it's a lot of dudes, a lot of goats out there, man.
I'm gonna name a few. I'm gonna be honest with you. I name a few that I really like, because back in the day, and then the guys that kind of inspired me during my days in high school. So the ones I really liked, Timbaland, DJ Premier.
Let's go.
And I put Pharrell in there. You know what I'm saying?
From
Pharrell's
the crib.
Very underrated.
757. That's my guy.
Oh, yeah?
Let's go, baby. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, and then, of course, Metro.
Oh yeah, for
Kanye,
sure. Yeah, they doing it. Oh,
a lot of very talented producers that just doing it over a long period of time, which is very hard because you got to evolve. You know what I mean?
And with the different artists too, like that's the crazy part. When I just think of sonically, like a person has one sound, and then it's like, man, that same producer did this over here. It doesn't sound anything like that right there, man.
Exactly. It's crazy. There's
Yeah.
just very versatile, which is it's hard to do because being creative, man, is it's also it's a talent, but it's also a skill because you got to keep working on it to be able to reach new heights
No, without
with
a
your
doubt.
creativity. So
Without a doubt, right there, man. Well, shoot. The final question I have, man, because like I said, man, we want to be respectful of your time, and we know you got another big game coming up on Sunday, which we cannot wait to see you in. All right. Hopefully, we won't see you
yes,
too
sir.
much, but we want to see you out there. All right. You know how that
Right,
go.
right.
You
I
feel
know
me?
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know
So
that's
look,
right.
1 to 2 times tops. Other than that, man, hey, Gatorade, cool hat on. All right. That's all I want to see.
Yes, sir. Feel cold. Feel
Yeah, yeah.
cold.
Hey, look, that's it.
Hold up my vibe.
That's it,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Shoot, and speaking of boss, how about that dude? Man, holy smokes,
Yeah,
man. Keep it going, all right?
absolutely.
Keep it going.
Absolutely.
But the final question that I have for you is this. We always talk about that moment where we realize, man, we're not in high school, we're not in college anymore. This is officially the NFL. And we talk about that transition, that welcome to the NFL moment where it's like, wow, eye-opening, man. For you, what would you say has been your welcome to the NFL moment?
I got two of them.
Okay, let's go.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say getting cut. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, no,
Getting
respect.
cut.
Respect.
Absolutely getting cut for the first time. It was kind of an eye opener and realizing it's a business. It's never
Yeah.
personal. It's about production. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I think it's almost good sometimes to get cut
Yeah.
for some guys. And for me, it was really good. So I could took it more serious. And I would say last year the Browns game, man. It was
Okay.
yeah. I'm not hiding. I'm not hiding from it.
Okay.
So it was the snow globe game,
Yo,
if you
that joke
will.
was nuts, man.
Yeah, it's yeah. I had my worst punt. There, and I realized, man, this is the AFC. It's gonna be bad weather.
Yeah.
But you got to be ready for whatever and no excuses. You know what I mean?
Hey,
I
you hit it
I
with
should have
no
known better.
excuse.
So that's my welcome. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it did not feel good. You know what I mean? And nobody doesn't like not performing. So
Yeah.
that was my welcome because I realized this city demands excellence because this is an excellent city. You know what I mean? It's an excellent
Absolutely.
organization. So it definitely made me say welcome. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Because like you said, man, you think about it, most people would say, oh man, inclement weather or a freaking snow globe. And hey, man, we'll turn the other cheek to that way. No. That's still the nation, baby. They don't
that's
care.
still a nation, man.
What they say,
Absolutely.
the standard is the standard. You know this, Corliss. Come on, man. This ain't your first time here.
It is.
No.
But, it makes players better. Either you can crumble, you can come back
Yeah.
and overcome. So I'm just trying to keep going and keep striving. You know how it is. It's a roller coaster in the league, but if you can keep getting better, shoot.
Hey, that's all you gotta do, man. When they say
That's
keep
all
your
we gotta
head
do.
down, keep working, baby. First rule
Yes,
of getting
sir.
better is showing up, baby. So let's go.
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah. Hey, well, I appreciate you again, man, for taking some time, man, to jump on the show. Like I said, man, we fans of you over here, man. So keep doing your thing, all right? And like I said, man, we'll
Appreciate you
keep
for having
supporting you.
me.
Absolutely, man. And look, I know I'm gonna see you at another one of these events. I run into you everywhere.
Absolutely.
I'm like, bro, it don't matter. Are we on the football field? Okay, we get to have some little fun over here with C-Batch. It don't matter where we at. I know I'm gonna run into you, man. So I look forward to the next time, baby. All right.
For sure. Appreciate you for having me, man.
No doubt, man. All right.
All right, take it easy.
Peace. Shout out right there. Corliss Waitman, Steelers current starting punter doing his thing. And music producer as well. Like I said, man, if y'all did enjoy that interview, man, make sure you hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. All right, X Concepts. I got you. I asked him about that punt competition. You see, I was heavy on it. I was thinking of you the whole time, too. Okay. I was like, I know he want to know about this. I know he care about that. He want to know competition. I got you. Okay, I got you. But shout out, man. And like I said, man, the fact that my dude, the cool part too with Corliss, man, when I tell you, man, out in the community, I see this dude a lot. And I know, like I said, I'm always out, man, doing stuff for the team, man. But he's another one of those guys that, man, he's out, man, supporting the city, man, leaning into it. So it's good to see that from players, man, because like I said, it isn't required to do that. But when dudes do decide to, in their free time still be out there, man, having an impact, man, paying it forward, it's always something that's good to see. But yeah, man, dude, man, it's exciting time right now. So we will see, man. We shall see, man. But like I said, man, shout out to Corliss Waitman. All right, shout out. And yeah, if y'all haven't, like, I was dead serious about that music, man. Check him out. Like, dude really be producing. I think he got a new song that a new song he was producing as well, man. So yeah, man, absolutely cool cat, man. But let's see, man. A couple of things, housekeeping before we get up out of here, because like I said, we are getting done early today, man. Little guy has a baseball game, and Pops can't be late. You know that Pops can't be late. So all the content's been dropped, right? We didn't got okay. Interview was the day. Interview was we did what we needed to do. That was beautiful right there. So now we got super, got some. Okay. Let's tap in real quick. And after that, man, we'll proceed to the weekend activities. But Mike from Jersey, let's go. He says, Master Moats, what do you think about those who say our defense is too simple and easy for opposing QBs to figure out? There are two different concepts when it comes to playing defense in this league. You got the ones that want to try to overwhelm with a robust menu of 60 plus calls, and they have their pros to that, but there's some cons to that as well. And then you have the other side, which is small menu, big understanding, where they're only going to have a handful of calls, but can you stop them, right? And this is a different mode that you can take. I've been a part of both. And like I said, man, I like both. Honestly, man, I don't have a hard line one way or the other. When it comes to the big menu, you get a lot of options to Rolodex through, and it gives you the feeling that I always have something I can turn to, right? Hey, man, the first 30 things didn't work. Don't worry, I got another 40 things in the clip, right? So that can work. And like I said, man, there's certain scenarios that does work. And we've done that actually in Pittsburgh before, right? I know during our time, man, 14, 15, especially early on, and with LeBeau, it was like the big, massive menu. And that's why you really didn't have rookies playing, because they just would feel overwhelmed, right? So the pros to that are you always feel like you have something to go to, but there isn't a ton of deep understanding of all of the adjustments and checks. And the more you start to call some of those calls, if I only called, call 60 on the play sheet 3 weeks ago, when I go to call it again in 2 weeks prior to, or in 2 weeks later, does everybody remember it? Are they all on the same page, or am I going to have a potential blown coverage? That's what you kind of expose yourself to with that method. Now, the flip side is when you say small menu, big understanding. Hey, man, we only come into this game with 20 calls, but our level of understanding of those 20 calls, we can tell you all the different checks, all the different alignments, adjustments, the strengths and weaknesses of it. So we know going in, if we're playing cover 4, the weakness is, man, if they go to the flats, all right, cool. We know if we're playing cover 2, what's the weakness? All right, got to keep them out the middle of the field. All right, cool. We playing cover 3, what's the weakness? All right, the perimeters, right? In terms of that curl flat drop area, right? 10 to 12 yards outside the numbers, and 10 to 12 yards deep, along with being outside the numbers, is the weak part of that defense. Cover 1, we know crossing routes, right? Give you some weakness, give you some insecurities. So both elements have pros and cons. I always say, what's your personnel? For the Steelers, they have personnel that is, I don't need to decorate a lot. I got butt kickers. TJ Watt's a butt kicker. Alex Highsman's a butt kicker. Jalen Ramsey, butt kicker. Cam Hayward, butt kicker. When you don't have butt kickers, from my experience, that's when you have to have the Rolodex. Man, I got to confuse these dudes. I got to try to shoot these dudes with different angles, different pieces. Send the nickel, send the safety. Dude, D-line, you come out, send the inside linebacker. Whereas when you have, the guys, you're like, man, I could do a little bit less of that and more of just letting those guys play. So I don't have a dog in the fight in that sense. I know when people bring that up, it's more so to fish out, well, hey, who can we point and say this is the issue? I don't think that's going to solve what we're trying to get solved. We're really trying to get solved is dudes just being more fundamentally sound. Fundamentally sound doesn't matter if you're calling 30 different plays or 6 different plays. If your fundamentals aren't good, your fundamentals aren't good. And that's the thing that I feel like is really our issue right now, more so than it being correlated. But I do like that question, though, Mike from Jersey. So shout out to you for that. And then last but certainly not least, man, we got the homie Mike Hood spinning the block and showing love, man, gifting not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 upper room memberships from the heart. I appreciate you for that. And to those 5 individuals that receive those memberships, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And also for my upper room members, remember, you got full length film session in there every week. and it's one that literally just dropped. You also get early access to different interviews and content. Y'all had the Ryan Mundy interview that we did at Acrisure Stadium on Sunday. Y'all had that early as well, man. So salute to all of you guys in there. And yeah, you also get in some of the behind the scenes, raw, uncut, boy just walking around, letting you know how I'm feeling and what I'm lifing on at the time. Videos in there also. So salute to the members, man. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. All right. But shout out, man. Trying to see if there's anything left before we get up out of here. Cause like I said, man, I don't want to be late, man. Baby boy got a baseball game tonight, man. He in prime time, all right? And I gotta make sure that I'm fired up and ready to go with the little fella, all right? But let's go. And I do see Steelers Girl just pulled up. Shout out to Steelers Girl in the building. What's the word? Always good to see you. You know that. Yeah. All right. But yeah, with that being the case, man, I think we all the way solid. Think we good. Like I said, man, we had to hit it and quit it. You know, I said a little hit it and quit it. All right. But you obviously know, man, all this content is available to you on the rewatch, man. So once we get done, man, y'all can rewatch the stream over. Steelers Girl, make sure you tap in so you can catch that Corliss Waitman interview also. I want you missing that, all right? But to everybody else, from the heart, salute to y'all, man. Stay safe. Have a great weekend out there. And yeah, next time we're going to be having a dub party, a nice little victory celebration party. We speaking into existence, all right? So with that being the case, you already know the drill. And until next time, baby, peace.